All right. Islam. We are here for 30 minutes more or less. I am Sister Tahita S. Najiola L of CalifaMedia.com, CalifaMedia.works, and certified Moorish.com, and I believe .org as well. I'm going to just cut it off right there. Welcome back. All right, for part 2 of my humble presentation of the process of trademarking for Moors. You know, misnomer, black, colored, African American, Negro, FBA, Solon, and whatever else, what other monikers we have that don't have any ties to actual history that anybody got to respect. Anyway, so I'm saying for my people, no matter what you calling yourself, you know who you are. I'm going to walk you through a recent posting or a recent application for a federal trademark application that I recently put in. If you hear me paper rustling around, y'all know me, been here before, I have my notes, because why? I respect your time. So like I said, this is part 2, continuation from part 1, which you can see on Califa Media's YouTube channel, where I broke down what a trademark is, a federal trademark, and why a Moor needs to, if you have anything of any, substance or value, because people love being in our pockets, why you should seriously consider applying for a trademark to protect your interests. So, So who am I? I am Sister Tahita S. Najiola L of Califa Media, which has expanded into other areas as the need revealed itself. So every time I basically every time I needed something done, right? Because of how I move, what I insist on being recognized as, I couldn't find any assistance. So I had to turn to self and the library and, some prayers and begging to Allah. So that's who I am. So my thing is, I'm in what they call an autodidact. If I don't know how to do it, I have no problem learning how to do it. Not figuring it out, because that sounds dangerous and expensive. I'm going to go hit some stacks and actually read up on it, right? And again, I'm doing this so that our people can start protecting their interests. Because if you haven't noticed, we're getting a repeat of about 100 years ago, when the first of many stock market crashes or, economy crashes happened in the United States. And I'm of a strong belief that based on what our people were getting into back then, that probably had a lot to do with, what ended up happening. Namely, our people were focusing on their own interests. They were putting their own people into, federal offices, all that good stuff. And a big part of it was business, handling their business. And because they had just turned to themselves and they were just taking care of each other, I guess the vampire brain slugs, they started starving. The other nations saw what was going on, pulled their money out the country, right? And the economy collapsed. For everybody else, our people were straight because, not trying to get into too much of a tangent, our people were straight because of what was going on in the banking, but let me stick to the trademarking. Anyway, today's objective is a full walkthrough of the federal trademark application for, is this it? Ice Bingo. And I will be scrolling through what you see on the screen. So I went through, what inspired this? Watching the news and, reading the news and listening to the radio and all that good stuff. If you haven't noticed, Trump is the president at this time. Trump is cracking down on undocumented and I guess recent immigrants to the United States. And for whatever reason, rather than taking their grievances to the Trump administration, these targeted populations that aren't supposed to be here anyway, you have your own homeland, they seem to think that so-called black people should help them. And I'm not sure how they can help them, since our people won't help them. Now we're up for a tag and threats. Tomorrow it's going to be you next. La, 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 la. So I came up with a game. This is my form of therapy. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to have a hearty laugh at your expense. So I made a game called Ice Ice Bingo. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Every time a new pop nation pops up in the news, if you purchase one of our cards, right? It's a game. Purchase one of the games. It comes with a bingo card and some ice cube stickers. And then every time it makes the news, you know, you put a sticker on there, and it's reusable because it's laminated. And I was like, yeah, I'll just do it for a gag. No big deal. And then it occurred to me, like, oh, let me get the website for it. Somebody already bought the website. And it's like, oh, I know how this game goes. Somebody probably heard about it or something because I looked it up. I can't find it anywhere except for where I've mentioned it. So why did you buy Ice Ice Bingo? Don't worry about it, because in my experience, if I get the trademark, you can't do anything with the website anyway. Right? So that's one thing. And I was able to get another website. I think it's ice.bingo is the name of the website. All right. So that put a fire under my butt, and I was like, okay. Like I said, last week I put up another trademark video wherein I explained the what and the why as far as trademarking. This video today, this presentation will be the how. I'm actually going to walk you through it. And so you might see me scrolling back and forth, like right here, I'm scrolling back and forth just to make sure that I don't miss anything. All right. So, quick review before we get started. How am I doing? Okay, good. Okay, so quick review from last week. And of course, you can go back to the video from last week, part 1 of the trademarking, and get the details. But real quick, because it'll be faster if I just tell you everything now. So when it comes up in a minute, I don't have to backtrack and explain it to you, even though I probably will. So just a quick review of the key terms we will be using during this presentation. Trademark, okay? Word name or symbol identifying a source of physical goods. Trademark, that's for physical goods. Service mark is the same thing, but it's for a service, okay? Word mark, so you got trade and service. Goods versus services, okay? Physical versus services. And then you have word mark versus design mark, all right? So first you got to determine, is this a trademark or a service mark? Once you figure out what that is it a word mark or a design mark? Which one are you going to apply for? Because the word mark is just, I'm going to use Ice Ice Bingo since we're doing Ice Ice Bingo. The word mark, I'm just doing Ice Ice Bingo. No matter how that shows up in commerce, that's what the name I'm going to use, right? The design mark is if I had an actual logo for that and I don't want nobody to use that logo. I usually just go for the word mark because that leaves you so many options. The design mark just protects that logo or that design. Clear? Good. Let's move on. All right. Let's see what's next on here. What's next? Come on now. Okay. So, before you even start, how did I go past that? Before you start, a good rule of thumb is to prepare before you embark. Okay. Gather all your resources and documents. So then this application will take you maybe, 15, 30 minutes if you're going slow, rather than a couple of hours and timing out because you got to go look for stuff and make PDFs and all that stuff. Get all this stuff together first. So first thing you want to do, look up your class definitions. Okay. There's a lot of options. You can go onto the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office website, and there should be an engine where you can search the different classes, okay? You can even ask, who is that? AI. You can ask them, like, here's what I do or what I sell, right? And I want to apply for a federal trademark. What are the classes that this might fall under? And don't be surprised if a bunch of them show up. For instance, if you look at this, what's on the screen right now, you see that there's 3 classes listed. All right. For Ice Ice Bingo, I would have to apply for all 3 of those, depending on probably some more, depending on what I'm trying to do. So, for instance, I used class 28 for games, right? So pretend class 41 right there for education, even though this bingo game could have fallen under that too. It can fall under that. But anyway, so it could fall under 28. It could also fall under 25 if I want to make some merch, right? And it can also fall under 35 if I want to go into advertising or something like that. Get it? So for the purpose of this one, I just say, just start with one. You know, if you look up, and actually I think I have a clip of it on here. If you actually look up trademarks, like especially major brands, you're going to find like 10, you're going to find sometimes McDonald's, hundreds of trademarks, okay? Because of all the stuff that they've done throughout the years, okay? They got hundreds of trademarks because it's just like that. But the thing is, you can put, you know, multiple classes on one application. You just got to remember that each one of those classes, like for this thing, it's got 3 classes. For this example on the screen, it has 3 classes. I can put all of those on one application, but each one of those got to pay their own separate application fee. All right, so that's the class selection, okay? Next part of preparing for your application is your specimens, okay? This is the part that usually takes the longest for me, okay? Just because you have, like, I'll have images, but I have to like render them into PDFs and all that stuff. So depending on what you're doing, the trademark office will give you different options on how to produce your specimen. It cannot be a mock-up. Like, I'm just going to go on Canva and get a t-shirt mock-up and slap it on there. Good to go. No. You can do that if you are doing it with intent to use, right? We covered this last week, the 2 different kinds of trademarks. I think I have it on here too, where your intent to use, you can put mock-ups, because you are intending to use it. You're just not ready to go to market yet. With the use in commerce trademark, you have to show that it's on sale somewhere. And in this example, they have like a t-shirt with a hang tag on it that could have your service mark or your trademark on there, right? You could have a t-shirt, like if I was doing Rise of the Moors, I would have a Rise of the Moors t-shirt. Actually, I think I did do that. I think that's what I put up there for the Rise of... No. I put up there for... I put a screenshot of the website, riseofthemoors.org, and I had to prove that it was currently in commerce, so to speak. You don't actually have to sell anything. You just have to offer some stuff. I found that out because Rise of the Moors is like a social site where I use it to announce, we got another meetup coming up. I'm not selling you anything, though, but it does show activity, because I think while I was applying for the Rise of the Moors one, we were in between 2 meetups. So one had just wrapped up, and the website was showing the pictures of the one that had just wrapped up, and it was showing the images of the one that was coming up soon. So yeah, and that's why they were like, oh yeah, you using this thing. Go ahead, you good. So make sure your specimen, if you aren't sure, you can always shoot me an email at editor@Califa Media. Actually, no, make an appointment. Y'all shoot me an email because I can't promise if I see it. But you can make me an appointment at califamedia.com/contact-us. All right. So yeah, that's specimens. And then what's next? What is this? Why did it turn blue? Oh, here's where I'm going through. It's actually showing up. And this is dope. So I just said specimen, so we're going to jump right into it. This is the video of me preparing for my application. And this is me putting my specimens together, right? And at first I was starting out, I'll just send them an image, a mock-up. But then I was like, wait. That would be perfect if I was planning on doing this. But no, I don't have to do it that way. Give me a second because I got to expand this so I can keep scrolling. This is if I was doing intent to use. An intent to use trademark versus a use in commerce trademark. This is a mock-up. This would be fine saying I intend to use this trademark, but I'm not ready. I don't have a real item yet. So I'm like, oh, wait, let me make sure there ain't gonna be no, coming back, because it's the way this thing works. You apply, and then you got to wait 4 to 6 months for them to assign it to an attorney who gonna look it over. And if you don't have any problems, you should have your registration done in a year. But if they got to come back and be like, that don't look right, you just, and it's going to be enough. You respond to their office. It's called an office something. Okay, it's office request or something like that. It's not a rejection, but you have to respond to it. Office response or something, and then they'll get back to you in another 3 to 4 months. So please try to be as careful, going in the first time. So it's just one good time through. So like I was saying, that was a mock-up. This is specimen 1 with a mock-up. And then I'm like, nah, let me go through because I actually do have an actual physical version. Uh-oh, what did I just do? Let me put that back right. Okay, so yeah, I went in and I actually just took a picture of the card that's actually for sale on my website, and I can prove it, right? And that's going to be important in a minute. So I hope this thing is still recording. Okay. So I took a picture of the actual card and I put that on a Word document and printed it out as a PDF. La-di-da-di-da. All right. And then I saved it to a folder so I could have quick access to it, so I could fly through this application once I'm in the application. All right. And yeah, I just saved it right there to the folder so I could, you just got to be organized. That's a big part of it. Okay. And you can see right here my other, that's done. That's done. And Moorish law, I'm still working on that one. I don't even know if I want that one anymore. But anyway, those are the other trademarks that I've been working on, or have already gotten. So yeah, that's me just making sure all my specimens are in there. And I'm just going to turn in that one that's the actual physical product that I sell that's being currently used in commerce, right? And say that as a PDF. All right. And then moving on. Let me check my notes real quick. So, oh yes, we're preparing the specimen. Okay. And then that takes us to the next thing you need to prepare once you have your specimen. And you might actually want to do this next part first, because it might take some time to go through it, because I have admittedly not done this part. What you're seeing here is me just looking up some past, I think it's one of my past filings, because I hadn't, remember, it takes about a year from application to actual registration. So it's been I'm like, oh, I just got another one back. Let me file the next one. How did I do that? So I just went back into my previous filing, and you can see all the this is like for all the trademarks, all the trademarks that are registered with the federal government. You can do this. You can go right up in there and you can see it right there. Just look it up, and documents, and has everything up in there. I'm trying to, I don't think there's nothing you can't see. You can see everything. Okay. So I just found my application and I went through and got the documents to make sure it's like, hey, that was you. I did it right that time. Yeah. I went in to get Rise of the Moors. That's already live. It belongs to the Moorish Religious and Cultural Institute, Inc. in Indiana. Yeah. So yes, this is legit and it is real. Okay. So like I said, I was getting ready to do this new application. So I went back to my old one because it's been a year since I did it, to make sure that I still remembered how to do it, because this isn't the first or second time. Now, this is the part I said I have not done yet. You need to set up a USPTO.gov account, because this is how you will pay for your registration, and this is where you will store all of your trademark registrations. And if you have them for 5 years, every 5 years you got to renew it. All right, first 5 years, and then I think after that it's 10 years, something like that. But everything's going to be saved into this account. I do not know how long it takes to set up this account, because I went through login, login.gov, and just got one login to get into all of the government platforms, except for like the State Department stuff. They got their own separate thing. So yeah, this one, I don't know. But I looked it up and it said it takes how long? 5 to 15 minutes. Okay. Excuse me. And that's per ChatGPT. Okay. So, I know I said gather your specimen, but you might want to do this first just to make sure it's all good to go. And like sometimes they have to get back to you. Like that login.gov one. Yes, I'm very grateful that it gives me one login to get into everything. But I swear it took me 3 weeks to get it situated because they wanted so much security. So yeah, do this first. All right. Because I don't know how long it's going to take. Like I said, I didn't go through this. I went through the one that covers all the platforms. Okay. You hear me scratching off my notes. Okay. So continuing on through my recording of my application. Let me see. I'm going to just go through it. I'm going to be fast forwarding and scrolling. This is me logging in. All right. And I can log in as Califa Media because Califa Media does the branding work for Mercy, Moorish Religious and Cultural Institute. So yeah. Okay. So first thing, new year, new fee. That was the first thing I noticed. And I was quite heartbroken. So last year, in December, this thing was $250. For whatever reason, it's now jumped up to $350, $100. And it used to be, oh, well, you know, if you want to like save it or and come back later, or, you know, you don't want to tell us the information now because we might not need it. But, you know, if it turns out we do need it, we'll just ask you for it. They're charging for everything. They are nickel and diming everything in this application. Because I've done 2 of them before this new year. I did 2 of them. And there's so many changes. And it's like, this looks like somebody's desperate. They like, it's giving me searching the couch cushion energies. They charging for everything and not cheap. Like, oh, I don't know if I need that document. Just ask me for it later. Last year, that was free. This year, it's $100 to come back and give it to them later. Not 10, 100. Like, are you serious? So have your paperwork ready, right? So anyway, new year, new fee. So that's that. Let me go through this. Okay. So you have to select your this is the first page. You got to select your application type. Okay. So you're going to select trademark or service mark. Those less common ones, don't need them because they're less common. So let's see what's going on. Just going scrolling through. Let's see. So I selected that. All right. It tells you advising about hiring an attorney. I swear this thing is I would be so mad if I hired an attorney to do this, right? For real. I'm wondering what do you need an attorney for to do this application? Well, after this, you probably won't need one. I'm really wondering because you can look up the same stuff they have to look up because it's not like they got an encyclopedic knowledge of this stuff. They got to look it up too. All right. So the next section is asking you who is the trademark owner. And I think I covered this briefly. Did I? Yes. Okay. So it's asking who's the trademark owner on the next page. After you select, are you doing a trademark or a less common mark? You're doing a trademark. On the next page where we are now, it's asking who's the owner. You can select an individual, right? Lowest form of incorporation, or you can select a juristic entity, like as it says here, such as a corporation, association, or other organization, like a trust, right? And we covered this last week. I think I put owner 2. I'm just going to touch on that real quick. Owner 2 is like if you're sharing it with somebody else. Yes, you're registering it as an owner, but it's like saying somebody else is using it too. This isn't how it works, but it could work like this. Let's take Jordans, for example. Nike can have the trademark on the Jordan doing the jump. Jordan, this might actually be real. Jordan can also have a trademark on that. So he can use it when he feels like, since it is him. Get it? So that will have to have 2 owners. So just don't do it. Just have 1 owner. Keep your life simple, okay? Because you got to be proving all kinds of stuff, extra paperwork. I haven't gone through this version, but I have a sneaking suspicion there's an extra fee to go with it. All right. So let's see. Yeah, you add the second owner if another entity is also using your mark. Okay. And again, you can register as an individual or a corporation. We covered this last week briefly. You would prefer to register as an entity because the registration dies with you. Okay. So this isn't copyright, which is different. Where, your family has your estate has copyright over your intellectual property up until 70 years after you die. Then it becomes public domain. Okay. Branding doesn't work like that, especially if it belongs to a corporation. If it belongs to a person, if I'm not mistaken, the copyright thing kicks in unless somebody can just come in and snatch it right away because, it gets lost in the shuffle during probate and nobody claims it. And then, some time passes by, nobody renews it, and then somebody else comes up and grabs it. That kind of thing, right? So I suggest you file it using an entity. And if you need an entity, please visit certifiedmoorish.org and we will get you squared away with an entity that I put together, or with the documentation for an entity that I use to run my business that is specifically drafted for use by Moors only. If anybody's welcome to purchase it, I can't guarantee what will happen if you try to use it because I wrote it for Moors. All right. So again, get you a corporate. I would suggest doing it under an entity. Like it could even be a trust, like I said. All right. So back to, come on now. Okay. So I selected juristic entity because I'm putting it under my corporation. All right. Yeah, there's that thing. You want to provide information later, $100. That fees part did not used to be there. Right. So I wonder if doing this kind of stuff is having something to do with it, because Moors are getting their business in order, and look what's happening. The world is crumbling around us. All right, and this is just me going through. What am I doing? It's asking me where the corporation is based. What's the jurisdiction? And it's the United States. Moving on. Okay, what kind of entity? I forgot what I put. I think I just put corporation. Because even though it's nonprofit, I'm not trying to argue with, who is this people? I'm not trying to argue with the trademark office about my IRS designation because it doesn't have any impact on this application. All right. It's not like I'm going to get a discount because I'm a nonprofit. And because I'm registering it under a 508, I'm just going to put a corporation, because sometimes for the nonprofit, they want you to provide like they meant a nonprofit as in something that has a 501c3 certificate. Right? They won't take anything else. So just put corporation if you're doing that kind of thing. All right, moving on. Owner is Moorish Religious and Cultural Institute, Inc. in the not so great state of Indiana. Come to find out, this place got the most data centers in the country. Like, that's just great. I got to get up out of here. It's boring, and then there's that. All right. So let's see. Is the owner doing business as something? I could put this, right? But I'm just trying to get through it. But if you like, okay, for instance, I could use DBA Califa Media, because it does. This corporation is using Califa Media as a registered DBA. So you can do that. All right, what's next? Just walking through, giving the address of the business. Even though they already got it saved up in here. I don't know why. I guess it's whatever. So yeah, just going through, giving all my information. They want mailing and physical address, because this is a government thing. So you got to have a physical address. You cannot use a P.O. box. I actually have a little physical address, so I'm happy. Yay. Okay, so still going through the owners. Just scrolling through. Yeah, we're just going to try to go through, just putting in all my stuff. So, yep. It helps if, what you're entering matches. Everything matches. Right? Everything's on brand, so to speak. Okay, continuing. What is that? It says, I would like to add the URL. You can do that if you want, right? I had to do that with Rise of the Moors because it was a service. It wasn't a product. All right. So continue. And then that takes us to what page? What page is this? What page is this? Okay. Who will receive updates? This is if you want to enter like some other people to get emails about what's going on. I like to use this one just to have a backup. So I have it sent to t.g@mrcicharities.org. And I think I also had it sent to mrcicharities@gmail.com or somebody else, just so I make sure I have multiple copies. All right. Would you like to send courtesy copies? Yes. Yep. gmail.com right there. All right. I had that Gen X paranoia. I don't trust nobody and nothing. I need at least one duplicate, if not 4. So let's see. And then that takes us into your mark selection. That goes back to what we defined at the beginning. Are you registered? We already know you were registering a trademark or a service mark, right? You'll actually get more into detail in that in just a minute. But here they want to know, is it a word mark or a design mark? In class, we already covered that, so I won't go back through it. So you just come here and it actually breaks it down, right? It gives you the definition right there. What is a trademark? And then it gives you, this is why I said I don't understand why you need an attorney to do this. It tells you what the word mark does, and it tells you what the service or the design mark does. It gives you examples. I'm not sure what you would pay an attorney, why you would pay an attorney to do this. All right. They probably just trying to scare people. Oh, you better get you an attorney because this must be hard if an attorney got to help you. And look, they're using pictures. Okay. So, was that the same page? Other formats. Ooh, this is new. Ooh, this option includes 3-dimensional product design and packaging. Okay, sound, motion, color, sensory, and other non-traditional formats. Okay, I didn't see that before because I'm so focused on my thing is artsy fartsy. I like the design part, right, and products. This is cool. Boy, that's cool. I would love to get my hands on that. I'm gonna have to look into that. I want to protect uncommon. Interesting. Something to keep in mind. So, they want you to make sure that you search for your stuff because, they will let you apply for a mark that's already registered, and then they will keep your money, that kind of thing. I don't think you'll get in trouble for it. You'll just lose $350, okay? Let's see. So, yeah, they got instructions. I won't go through them. And then right here, they want me to they're asking me, what is it I'm trying to trademark, right? Or service mark. In this case, it's a trademark because it's for the product Ice Ice Bingo. All right. What comes up after this? Okay, does this need translation? I'll bring this one up. I'm gonna stop here for just a second. I swear it's just for a second because this might actually come up, especially because of how Moors move. A lot of our names are Mooresque, right? Modernly, in the modern times, it's termed Arabesque, but a lot of them are Mooresque, and that is an actual term, okay? So it's not English, like Tariq, I don't know. What's another one? Amir. What's another one? Kush. Those aren't English words. So you actually got to pay somebody to translate it for you. And you must make sure that their translations are approved to be accepted by federal programs. Okay. I know this because I went through this with Califa when I had to trademark Califa Media. And I did the first one for Califa Media in California. And you only got to do it once. That translation that I got to register the trademark for Califa Media in California, I actually got it from the official, somebody who was officially, a service that was officially approved by the UN. Like, okay, you got to take it. You're the UN. They got to take yours, right? And that was in 2014, and that's the one I always use because it's not going to change, right? The meaning of Califa is not going to change. It means successor, if you were wondering. But so yeah, if you need that, make sure that goes into your document prep and have it before you come on this thing. You'll know. You can even ask who is that? You can ask ChatGPT what this require. Or any AI service, would this require translation by the trademark office? Moors does not, because I just registered Rise of the Moors. So I know that one does not. All right. I think they maybe disclaim Moors saying I didn't own it. So whatever, right? All right, so was this the consent page? Does this skip page here? Go back a little bit. Okay. So translation, and then the next page after that is the likeness, name or likeness consent. This is the one, I'm gonna use Kush as an example because I think he needs to do this like sooner than later because he's an influencer and actually made a really dope, what is it? A likeness of, I wish I could put it on here right now, but I don't. I'm gonna see if I can do it. Let me see, hold on. Okay, that's it right there. Make sure. Yeah, so likeness, name or likeness consent. That's if I was going to file something like this. Is that not fire? Yeah. So that's what that section is for, okay? So continuing on. So that's if you're doing that kind of filing, okay? And you just got to put in that you got permission to do it. And they usually want some additional paperwork to go with it, all right? Let's see. Then after that, nope, mine is not a likeness. Filing basis. I still got my Notes, filing basis. Okay. So it says select the appropriate one. It got all, like I said, it's got all the instructions right there. Right? If you know how to read, and it's not even written in legalese, it's really easy to read. Okay. Let me see. All right. Selecting the appropriate one. Which one did I pick? Come on now. Why does this thing keep slowing up? Okay, it says a filing basis is the legal reason listed in the Trademark Act under which you are submitting your trademark application. You must select one or more filing bases in an application. Each one has different requirements that must be met before a trademark may proceed to registration. Okay, you choose your basis. I wonder if that's the classes. Review your goods and upload your supporting information. I think basis they mean by classes. You can't have multiple classes. All right. And again, this comes back to use in commerce versus intent to use. All right. I think we're about to select which one you're going to pick. So use in commerce. I'm already selling this thing. All right. Or I'm providing this service. Intent to use. I know this is a great idea and I'm trying to keep somebody from snatching it from me. I'm going straight federal. You could actually I do intent on the state level because at least that gives me some protection, right? You can't stop me from keeping you out of my state jurisdiction, right? And then I also like the state one because you can use it as the litmus test to find all the mistakes before you file the federal trademark. All right. So yes, intent to use. And again, if you choose intent to use, why does it keep doing that? You have to come back and submit, I think it's a notice of use in commerce saying I am using it. I think you got 3 years to do that. And then you got to pay an extra $100 to file that. All right. It's a money grab. All right. I got to figure out how you could do this on the county level. I know there's got to be a way. All right, so anyway, choosing filing basis. Come on now. Okay, this thing is like jumping all over the place. Okay, so scrolling down, and there it is. So it's asking you, is your trademark currently in use? Or you can already see it down there coming up. That's the one I selected because I'm currently using it. I'm already selling it. It's on my website. Or intend to use. That's like if I have a prototype or something, right? But I know it's going to be a winner, that kind of type of thing. All right, so I selected my trademark is currently in use. All right, you don't have to worry about foreign. I know some more say we're foreign, blah, blah, blah. I'm not foreign to some stuff that my people set up. But you do what you're going to do with that. You can, complicate things and try to go in as a foreigner on your own land. Go for it. Let me know how that works out. All right. And what's this? I have multiple bases or will not specify, and that comes with a fee. Because of course it does. All right, now here. Now that you have already back here selected, and this is a trademark that is in use or intend to use, the next step will be to select goods or services. All right, you got to identify your stuff. And here is where the classes come in. All right, right here you can search for whatever. You could just sit in here and search for stuff. I would suggest making this as part of your documentation preparation so you don't have to come back through. You can just fly through it, right? For instance, I knew mine was 28. I know I want to put it under 28 first, but I know 28, and that's like for games, but I know that could be a ton of different games. So I still got to sit here and click through all the different games, but at least it's limited to class 28. All right. And it came up with so many different things under 28 that I specifically, I think, let me see if I remember correctly, because this was like last week. I searched 28. It came back with too much stuff. So I went back and specifically searched for games. And then I went through, like over here, it says 28 goods. And then you see all the stuff that's over here. So 28 goods, right? It's going to be goods. And it says storage racks, all that stuff. No, I'm going to limit it straight to games. And then over here, look for everything that's under 28 and comes up under games. Right. And look at that. All this stuff under 28. All right. And it's showing everything with the word games in it. All right. So I'm getting ready to real quick fly through this part because like I said, I picked every one of them that I thought could apply. to this. Be careful. Don't just pick everything, because they will ding your stuff or reject your application because, okay, for instance, I'm putting down, it's a bingo game. So they could justifiably kick my thing back because I clicked checkers and I sent them a specimen of a bingo game. Justified. So I actually had to, I'm just going to scroll through it. I'm going to show you how much I had to go through this thing. Checking my notes. Oh yeah. The reason I wanted, I'm going to scroll through it while I'm talking. The reason I say, take the time, at least know your class. Like here it was 28 and I'm looking for everything that pops under the search for games under the class 28, okay? Because it might show some stuff that I might have missed in my research. The reason why I'm going through and picking everything that I can is because, and that's what I'm doing through here. I'm just going through and picking everything that qualifies. The reason why I'm doing this is because I have to go back with Califa Media and redo another application, an identical application under the exact same class number, because at the time that I did the registration, I registered it under, I can't remember what the class was. I think it was 41 for printed materials, religious books. I've since expanded way past that. So now I have to go back and do another separate filing for printed materials, every single book category that they'll let me select that fits with all the books that I have available in Califa Media. Because I have, cookbooks, history books, children books. So, and I can prove that all of them have been in commerce. So I have to go back. That's why I'm like, no, go through it. See, what it says, it's 14 pages, right? They're not all going to be 28. All of these are not 28, but it's 14 pages worth of games. And I'm just looking for the ones that fit mine, okay? And I'm selecting those. And then what you will see sometimes, did I pass it? Oh yeah, I passed it. You will have to go, did I pass it? I know, oh, there it is. You have to go in and put in, depending on what you selected, like bingo is a tabletop game. I have to tell them what it's made of if I want to use this. So they're looking for specifics with some of these. It's not hard. Nothing's hard. Usually it's just new and or time consuming. All right. So that's me selecting all of my classes, going back to my notes. All right. And for this application, I could have also put down like, I want to register for merchandise. What else? I want to register for digital games, stuff like that, right? But each one of those each code carries its own fee. Just remember that. Okay. And right now they got the running progress is showing the mark that I'm registering and the total cost so far. Right. And so what's this? Supporting information. Specimen, asking for your specimen. And right there, just add your specimen. Good thing I already had my stuff ready to go. So I just upload my file, select it. Description is the card. Photo of it so that they know that this is a real item. Now I try to make sure they can't come back with questions. Let me anticipate your needs. The date it was first used, which I can prove. You should be able to prove these first use dates, because sometimes they will come back and ask you to prove it. I'm lucky because my first use was a TikTok post. So I just went back and took a screenshot of that post and I put it away. I don't need it for now, but I might need it later. And then the first time in commerce, I know that date. All I had to do was go in my shop and see when did I add that to the shop. Okay. And again, if you want to put, if you have screenshots and you want to provide the URL so they can go straight to it themselves. Because I had to do that for Rise of the Moors. All right. What else is going on? Okay. So I'm selecting everything I'm basically confirming everything that I already selected. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. And then make sure I'm not skipping anything. Yep. And then uploaded my specimen. Come on, should say add. Okay. This is if you need to disclaim something. Okay. to disclaim something. It's to say that I'm only using this word in relation to this mark, this trademark. For instance, I filed for Rise of the Moors. They made me come back and disclaim Moors. Like I'm not the only one that can use the word Moors type of thing. Only claim I'm making is in relation to Moors when it is preceded by Rise of the. Okay, so yeah, ice bingo. I didn't have to disclaim anything because no, I don't have to disclaim anything. And if I do, they're gonna come back and let me know that I do. All right, so don't worry about that. Office actions, that's what it's called. It's not a rejection, it's an office action when they need some more information or you need to correct something. They don't just throw your stuff out. All right, and it asks you a bunch of other questions that let me see, what are the other questions? Oh, how did that jump by itself? I don't know how to jump. Okay, let's see. I'm claiming ownership of active prior registrations. Oh, okay. Claiming required distinctiveness in part or in whole. Okay. I'm claiming concurrent uses because one other person has concurrent use rights to my mark other than. Oh, okay. So if I'm understanding that correctly, like that, it had those owners that you could list. So, that's great. You got a partnership and y'all sharing a trademark and they went in and claimed their portion. You might want to go in and claim your portion if that applies to you. Okay. So that's additional stuff. All right, yay, we made it to the review. We're at the home stretch. This is just a review, just going through and making sure that I put everything in correctly. Does not hurt to check your stuff. It does hurt to not check it because then that delays processing your application by months. Okay. Yep. What is this? This is this is where I just downloaded the application preview. So I could take a look at it, right? And have a copy of it so I can come back if I want to do another one in a year and I forgot how to do it, I can always come back and see everything that I filled in that worked last time. All right. It's okay to use your notes. All right. Then sign the application. All right. Same thing. Oh, it's typical, disclaim, check all the boxes. Okay. Confirming that it's you doing this. All right. This is just me removing my organic name or my organic style and putting in my slave name, all caps. Okay. Apples with apples, oranges with oranges. Yeah, I did this on the 24th. And my title within the corporation. Okay. And I don't know what it looks like if you do this as an individual. So it might be something different if you file as an individual. Headed toward, what is that called? The end stretch, home run stretch, whatever that is. Let's see, pay and submit. Oh, perfect timing. Okay, pay and submit. And it gives you all the scam warnings because yes, they will be coming through the mail, through your phone. They will be through snail mail and email. You will be getting contacted because I think they even said it on here. Everybody, this is public information, and some people are subscribed to get notifications every time somebody files one of these applications so they can flood them with offers that they don't need, right? And they becoming real scammy nowadays. Like right here, for instance, because this just happened. I can't believe it's going so much faster. Usually it took like a month before I started hearing from the scammers. And now it's like it happened a couple of days after I filed this thing. So I paid for it, and I'm going to show you. So there's all my stuff confirming everything that I did. My mark, registrar, who's the owner, filing basis, using it in commerce. Okay, only one class. Paid for it. Y'all can't see that. Okay, and then I paid for it. And I think they give you a warning on this thing. Yeah, there it is. It's not actually registered. So I just received an email from some scammer, right? Talking about, your application has been assigned to an attorney, but you have one more fee to pay. So pay it right away to prevent delay. You sent me this 3 or 4 days after I apply. And right here it says it takes 3 to 5 months for this thing. I think, wait. Good thing I knew to look up the waiting times. So you're what? So let me just forward your email to the fraud division of this company, because I think y'all trying to, you're using their good name to defraud me. So anyway, be careful. This is why I say, get all your ducks in a row before you go out in the water, that kind of thing, or take them out swimming, because this is the timeline you're working with. And every time they have to send you an office action, like they need more information or you got to correct something, this starts over. It resets. And then once they get past all the resets, like more information, more documents, more corrections, then that takes place. So it takes about a year from start to finish. It takes a year to get this thing. All right. Which is why I said start with state. 1 is cheaper. 2, you'll probably have it the same day, so it's faster, right? 3, it helps you to find all the kinks or limits in your application before you go federal. And 4, it gives you some protection. Better than nothing, right? It's like, well, I could use a pair of pants, but these shorts are working very, very nice, right? To keep me from being exposed. That kind of thing. All right. Okay, what's else on here? I think this is it. Is that it? Oh, that's me. It said I successfully submitted my application. So there you go, Moors. Yay. Thank you for your patience. I can't tell you how hard it was to finally get up and get started. My initiative has not been there because it was a full moon right next on top of my moon. So I've been kind of exhausted the last few days, and I'm about to go have a taco and have a nap. So I hope you all like that. That's my spiel on trademarking. If you have any questions, concerns, email me at editor@califamedia.com. Or if you want to have a sit down and actually discuss this, because I do not give my information out, my time, for free. Make an appointment, please, at califamedia.com/contact us. I think you can do the same at certifiedmoorish.org. Go on Certified Moorish anyway, because that's my business site where I'm trying to get Moors to take their places so we can take over. Because, our biggest problem is finance. Let's do something about that. And time is right. Time is now. All right. That's all I got. I will see y'all when I see y'all next time. Islam, peace and love, and bye-bye, y'all.